everyone's favorite sport. It's had its highest highs, but it's had some lows. It's been lower than ever, ratings are down, and Adam Silver's attempt at fixing those low ratings by sending Luka Doncic to LA, it kind of worked. So in this video, we're going to be talking about why ratings are down, talking about how the NBA is rigged, and what I would do as a commissioner to get ratings up. So first, let's look at the problem, why ratings are down in the NBA. Ratings are down in the NBA because people aren't watching the NBA enough during the regular season. Adam Silver tried to fix this problem with the creation of the in-season tournament, which I think was a good idea, but there's kind of no point to it, which I'll talk about later in this video. So, ratings are down in the NBA because there's many causes for it, but mostly it's because people can't watch the games, which are on local network channels. These people want you to watch your favorite team's NBA game on local channels, but people don't have cable anymore. They're watching on like big streaming services like YouTube TV, DirecTV. Some of those you can get access to local network channels, but some of them you can't. And that's why people aren't watching these games, because they're on local channels. That's where League Pass comes in. League Pass is a paid subscription where it will pull the game off that network channel and it will show it to you. There's many different packages where you can get just your team's game or every game. I bought League Pass because I don't have access to a local channel, but I want to watch my team play. So I have League Pass. League Pass is expensive though. It's starting at like $80, and maybe some people don't care enough to watch the regular season if they have to pay to watch their team play. They can just wait till the playoffs. And that's why ratings are down. It's expensive and you have to pay to watch your team play. And that's where Adam Silver comes in. People aren't watching the NBA. Ratings are down. He needs to do something that will make people interested in the NBA and they want to watch a game. What does he do? He takes one of the faces of the league, Luka Doncic, and he's going to send them to the team that's the most popular in the NBA, the LA Lakers. So he's going to trade Luka Doncic, put him on the Lakers, and that's how he's going to get people interested in the NBA. So now we get into the portion of the video where I show you how the NBA is rigged, and we're going to focus on the Luka trade scenario. So ratings are down. Adam Silver needs to do something that will get people interested in the NBA. He's going to make Nico Harrison send Luka to LA. And the original trade, Luka pretty much just gets traded for AD and Max Christie. 1 first-round pick. But what does that pick end up being? It's not the LA pick that gets turned into Cooper Flag. It's the Mavs pick. So by Luka Doncic getting traded in a terrible trade, Adam Silver promises Dallas the #1 pick. So essentially, it's Luka Doncic being traded for Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and Cooper Flag, who is the secret benefit that Nico Harrison knew all along. Would you have done this trade? I don't know, but that's just how the NBA is rigged. It's something that he had to do to get ratings back up, but the Mavs were getting absolutely screwed out of it, so he's going to make it up to the Mavs. If you do this, you'll get Cooper Flag in return. That's one scenario where the NBA rigs something to make something happen that they want. After all, the NBA is an entertainment business. And another scenario is when in 2023 for the lottery, the San Antonio Spurs end up with the #1 pick. That was a reasonable rig. I might be biased because I'm a Spurs fan, but I think that had to happen. You had to put Victor Wembanyama on the Spurs. It made it worth it for Pop that Wemby, the best possible scenario was for him to end up in San Antonio, and that he does end up in San Antonio, he will fulfill his potential. That was the best place for him to go. That's where he wanted to go, but that's just another scenario of the NBA rigging something. So we've talked about how the NBA is rigged, and now I think we get rid of rigging it, and now we'll talk about what I would do as a commissioner. Alright, so first off, stop rigging the lottery. I mean, you've done what you had to do. Ratings should be back up. Just let the lottery play out the way it should be. So put the lottery, do the lottery poll in front of everyone. It is what it is. It doesn't matter who gets the #1 pick. We don't need to do it behind where we know it's suspicious and something's going to happen. Alright, now we'll talk about things that will directly help the entertainment of an NBA game. So first, the refs suck and need to be better. They should be held responsible for what they do, like throwing a player out of the game. So ref press conferences should be a thing. They need to swallow their whistle more. It needs to be a more physical NBA game. We don't want to watch players shoot free throws the whole game. If it's like a blatantly obvious foul, you call it, but let them be a little physical. We don't want to watch someone sit at the free throw line like 20 times a game. So let the players play. Let it be more physical. Swallow your whistle a little bit. And next, better availability to watch NBA games. Either make League Pass cheaper or put the NBA games on a more easier network to watch. They're going to be putting games on Peacock and NBC and Amazon next year, so I'm interested to see how that plays off, but it will still be on channels like ABC and ESPN, so that should help out a lot. Alright, now we're going to talk about NBA Cup and standings. So the idea of the NBA Cup I really like, and it sounds very interesting, but there's no point of it. Why would a team compete so hard in the regular season? We know teams try in the regular season, but they don't really care that much. And there's really no point of the NBA Cup because teams only want to compete for a championship. So there needs to be some more stakes in the NBA Cup. I'll get back to that. Next, this thing I know people won't agree with me, but I think it has to happen. So there's 6 divisions in the NBA, 5 teams to each, and there has to be more stakes put into division. So I think that the winner of each division gets the top 3 spots in their conference. So the winner of each of the 3 divisions and the Western Conference get the 1, 2, and 3 spot, and it's based off their record. Because right now there's kind of no point in being a division. That's how it is in the NFL. It's winners of the division make the playoffs. That's how it should be in the NBA. And obviously, still with that, you'll still have 3 spots to make it in, plus 2 more for the play-in. So put more stakes in the division, and then that's how you can connect the NBA Cup stakes. Make it so if you win the NBA Cup, you win home court advantage, you win the number 1 seed. Put some stakes in it for that, and also put some stakes in the division because there's really no point in either of them right now. But by doing that, you put stakes in them. And I really do think the NBA Cup is a great idea if you can put some more stakes in it, make it more meaningful, make it like a championship, or make it something that can help in the playoffs. But right now, it really holds nothing. But by making that change, it will really help. Another thing I think the NBA should do to help gameplay is to move the three-point line back from 24 to 26 feet. It's not fun for people to watch their team throw up 30 to 40 threes per game, especially when they only shoot 30 to 40% from 3 in the first place. The art of the mid-range game is completely gone. And it was so fun in the 2010s when you could watch players hit a nice move, pull up, and just shoot it over their defender from the mid-range. Now all of that is just behind their three-point line or just throwing up a 3. If you can move the three-point line back, the art of the mid-range game will still be there. And when a team hits a three-pointer, it's more rare and it's more fun to watch when it doesn't happen so often anymore. It will limit more throwing up threes and will bring the ball back into the paint more. And we want to watch close dunking action. Three-pointers are still fun, but we want to expand the game more and watch more than just threes. My final thing that can draw attention to the NBA and get people hyped about is something called Game of the Week, where this game will be broadcasted on ABC or ESPN, and you can hype it up all week. Say the Thunder and Warriors are playing. Hype that game up all week. Call it NBA Game of the Week and hype up something and put it on that channel, and people will watch it. NBA Game of the Week can be a thing next year that people will be hyped about, and that's something that they're expecting to do it. Especially when you put good teams on the TV, people want to watch, especially when big players like Shea and Steph Curry will play. That's something that will draw entertainment. Another thing that doesn't really hurt but kind of helps the player is to shorten the season to 72 games. Lots of players have talked about wanting this to happen, and it doesn't really hurt. Cutting off 10 games can let them rest and be more prepared for the playoffs if you cut the final 10 games of the season. And lower the number of games you have to play to be eligible for awards to 50. It was really sad to see Wemby, who definitely should have won the Depoy Award, get it taken away because he had a blood clot and didn't play enough games. So lower the number of games you have to play to 50 on a 72-game season. The final thing I would do as the NBA is bring back East versus West for the All-Star game. The All-Star game is really bad, and East versus West is the only thing that might fix it. So yeah, that's pretty much everything I would do as NBA commissioner. Let me know in the comments section below what you think of this, and I'll see you guys later.